Hi, I'm Lee Ann Fortunato Heltzel. I am a multi-dimensional artist, creating works of art that channel energy into the pigment and onto the canvas. It is a way to bring the profound into physical form. These paintings emanate energy and shift the frequency of the space that they occupy. From the time we were small children, the first time getting used to holding a brush in our hand or a crayon, we were always taught to stay in the lines. And then, as we got a little bit older, society helped us to clarify if we could draw or not, if we were creatively or artistically inclined or not. And so many of us grew into this belief that I am not an artist. Why, I can't even draw a straight line. Well, since when has art been a straight line? We are all inherently creative, creators, and artists. My whole life, I've considered myself an artist, even as a small child. Walking out into the woods behind my family's home, sitting amongst the fallen logs and leaves and moss under my feet, and I was either sketching or writing poetry. And that grew into a passion, going to art school and following suit to becoming an art director and a graphic designer, therefore commercializing my talents. And that served me well and has served me well and continues to do so. But about 5 years ago, I started expanding my work with my clients in a more energetic realm of entering into states of higher consciousness on behalf of my clients and with my clients. And a component of that came through as art. So, in these very intensive, rather dramatic, energetic sessions with my clients, I heard the call that there needed to be some way to bring this very high energy, high frequency space that we were in into physical form. And it was a natural outlet for me to utilize painting. So I would paint first on behalf of my clients, and then with my clients, and then just my clients, actually channeling the energy of that higher space that we were spending our time in. And these paintings would continue to happen off and on over a series of days. And those paintings became portals into that very space that we were inhabiting, that space of higher consciousness and higher understanding of their pure potential, of their highest possibilities for themselves or their businesses. I've moved into a space in my life where I am following my highest calling. I am listening to and honoring that inner voice. And that inner voice, not too long ago, told me that this next period, this next chapter of my life was all about the paintings. And I didn't know what that meant, but I always commit to just following the energy, being open, see what life shows me and gives me. And so, in very short order, I heard to start taking those paintings that I was doing with my clients and going into that space for all of humanity, a way for me to express these higher frequencies of that which we desire to be. And so I started doing what I call meta art, or can be called automatic painting. Automatic painting is standing before the canvas with a clear intention and an open channel and an open heart. Stepping into that higher space of consciousness that is outside the mind, outside that critical voice, outside really everything in the world, with the intention of being an open channel to that which is to be expressed there in front of the canvas. Open, I hear, use this yellow, use this gold, use your fingers. And in a very meditative way, my hands, my body, the paint, the canvas, all become one and all act as one spiraling, integrating system of expression. When meta art is combined with an eyes open meditation or ocular meditation, the sense of sight, one of the most important senses that we experience as humans, allows the frequency to enter our being and take us into states of higher consciousness. This happens gracefully, easily, and does not require long periods of time. Before I begin a painting, I do what I refer to as meta insights. It is a channeling, it is a connection to that specific frequency so that I can align with it and therefore be an open channel. I'm going to read in its entirety what came through from love. So often, humans put a definition to love. Brotherly love is different in some way than romantic love. Unconditional love is rated higher, more pure. Love is a greeting to friends, or love is a word unspoken out of fear, rejection. Love.
This love that desires to be expressed is the love that encompasses life itself within the universe. Love that is an expression of expansion. Love does more than heal, more than calm or save a life. Love is everything. It is the synchronicity of the bee to the pollen, the grouse to the wood, the in-breath to the out-breath. It is not to be described or compared or sought after. It is the natural state of being that life itself is in its truest expression. To experience love above the emotional humans attached to it is to understand it is the energy of the matrix that makes up every dimension and those truths yet to be touched on by humanity. Love is the opposite of so many things: judgment, hate, fear, doubt, mistrust. The list can go on and on, what it is the opposite of. But only love is within the company of love itself. There are not versions of love. Love is creation itself. Love as humans understand it is not love, but the perception of it, which is fine and good for where the understanding currently lies. But what desires to be expressed into form is this truest nature of love. For the environment to experience a reflection of which is creation itself, like a mirror reverberating the frequency. It is beyond good or bad, right or wrong, and all of those perceptions. In the fully realized state, that which is the highest truth, that which goes beyond understanding, is this: you do not have to understand it fully in your mind to create it. Therefore, do not try. Rather, know your soul fully understands it, and it flows through you from there, straight from source. It is the breath of a bird. It is in the vibration of the air created by the wings of the bee. It is in the cells separating as new life of any kind is occurring. It is in the very matrix of the petal of the flower. It is the air. It is everything. That is love. It is not the thought of it or the perception of it. To reflect this out into the world in form brings a new level of awareness to this truth. It does not need to be perceived within the mind. For many, it cannot, and that is fine. But the subtle bodies, the surrounding dimensions of everything, not just humans, will recognize its origin and delight in its reflection, and will be understood, and it will evolve and expand all that it contacts. It will therefore affect and awaken the understanding that love is creation. It will liberate divinity and infiltrate the perception of love and increase the reverence for love within all who encounter it, therefore bringing this understanding into vibrational alignment of the DNA, awakening new capacities. You see, there are abilities, capacities of working within the understanding of love. It is what Christ consciousness is. This painting, this sound created supports this to occur. Again, not just in humanity, in everything and in all dimensions and time territories. So now, for the next 10 minutes or so, pick a spot on the artwork, any one place that draws your attention. Focus on that spot and then relax your gaze and enjoy the frequency of love.